Well, I had at least one person who was interested in the video on how to make fine encased stringer. So Sandra, this one is for you. I'm sure that you guys have all learned in classes or through books or yourself how to make an encased stringer. So you would start, down here somewhere and go round, 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 round to the end and then, pull it out. That's a good method, but the problem with that is that there's so much glass that it's very difficult to pull that into a thin stringer. So this method here is only about making a thin stringer. So what I do, I have white and Rubino ore. So I just warm up the white. You just want it to be warm enough that it doesn't get any of those micro bubbles that you tend to have when you have a hot glass on top of a cold glass. So just warm it up, and at the same time I'm balling up some of my Rubino ore. The more Rubino I ball up, the thicker the color is. So this is warm. Make sure that this doesn't get out of control here. And so I'm taking my blob and I kind of, it's getting soft. So I take it to the end of my stringer, and then with the Rubino rod itself, I'm pushing the glass around. And it's one thing that always happens when I do this. I get this little itty bitty triangle there. So what I do is I kind of cover up that triangle and maybe wrap one more row of Rubino around towards the end. So it's kind of a fairly small wrap, and what I do in order to make this a little bit easier is, so everything's fairly cool, and I heat the edge there of the Rubino, and you see how it starts glowing, and then with the magic wand I push that glass downwards. So heat, push, heat, and you just give it enough time in between that it cools off so the whole thing doesn't do what it's doing right now. So heat and push down. So the purpose of that little thing is that if you don't push it down, like you have this much Rubino, and when you heat that in the flame, heat to pull it out, then it's very likely that the flame will hit the white. And since the white is softer than this encased contraption, it will pull out first. And the other thing that I do that I find is very important is see how the white sticks out here, right? So, in the center. Now, if I would heat this up and then go with my tweezers and go in to pull it out, I would only grab the white, and because it is so soft, that white would literally pull through the Rubino. So what I'm doing in order to prevent that is I'm heating the end here, like that, not too much. And then with the back side of my tweezers, I kind of grab the Rubino and pull it like this. See, it's kind of just a flat spot. And then I heat it up again. And then I take the opposite side and grab it here. See how I'm grabbing the Rubino? And now I have kind of a fairly easy amount on the right, easy shape to just pull this off. So this is like pulling the Rubino to a point. Just make sure that you have good heat control, that not everything gets too hot. And now I just heat the Rubino part, and I just go to the edge down here with my heat. I don't go over that, just here. And when you feel, you're kind of looking for the same color throughout. You don't want to have any dark spots inside there because that shows you that it's cold. Okay, have it like that. And then I grab it with tweezers, I grab the end and I push the glass in a little bit. That kind of pushes the heat towards the bottom of that blob. And I just pull it out, pull until it doesn't pull anymore. Like that. So here is, see, I have actually a fairly decent amount of string. I have definitely over a foot, probably 15-16 inches. So I break off the end on the right, and then I look here and I look at the stringer and kind of follow the thickness of the stringer. And I'm not sure you can see it, but the stringer gets thicker towards the end because it got cooler. So I kind of make sure that I break it off, break it off where it is the same diameter of the stringer, and then this part here I just throw away. Oh, that was it. And what I typically do, let's see whether this is cold, this is about a 1 millimeter stringer. So when I work with beads, like a series of beads or strand that I use the encased stringer, I make a bunch of these, at least like 10, 15, because then I always have the right diameter for the bead. Okay, I hope this helps you a little bit, and thank you for watching Corina Bead TV.